Good morning, Gina Parent here, and I've already started revamping this painting, but I thought it's so cool. I just want to finish it up while you're watching. So here we go, and I'm going to show you what I'm using for paint. The background was all dark, and I figured I wanted to lighten it up. So I'm using some light ultramarine blue in the background here, and I thought, I might paint over some of these flowers and make more of a sky in the background or some more blank, like free space up here. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm going to get started just doing this right now. And we'll see. It's like I'm just going to be cutting in around these flowers. The dark color here didn't do a whole lot for me, so I'm just going to lighten this painting up. I'm going to it's kind of reminiscent of my florals that I used to do a lot, and I still love doing these florals, these bright, flashy florals. So it's time to do a few more. I'm going to cut in here a little. So I am painting over some of my stems, but that's okay because I'll just add more in. So far, I really like how this is coming out. Let us just keep going. I'm using a large round brush. This is a nice wood panel. It's a 14 by 18 that I got from Jerry's Artorama. I love these wood panels. They're so cool, very sturdy, and they're fun to paint on. And for me, it's really fun to paint over an old painting or to spruce it up. So I'm just going to get all these edges covered here. So far, I'm really liking that. Maybe I'll switch over to another color here in a second, just for fun. And if it doesn't look good, no biggie, we'll fix it. I'm just getting in all these little edges. And if there's anything left peeking out, that's kind of cool, in my opinion. I like little things peeking out here and there. Okay, so let's move over. I'm going to add some of this. This is Naples yellow, so I'm just going to wipe off my brush. I've got a nice round brush here. I'm going to wipe it off so. So let's try putting some of this in here and see what that's going to look like. And if any of it mixes with that blue that I just used, it'll just be kind of a greenish color. As we all know, yellow and blue make green. That's kind of nice. I kind of like it. Who would have thunk it, huh? So I'm going to go over some of this blue while it's still wet, and it makes a really nice little greenish color, and that way it's going to kind of blend in as I go up into the top. No big deal. We're just going to keep on. Oh, I'm really liking this. It's very highlighted. I don't have a plan here, so I'm just kind of, I want to bring some of this color up here. I don't want it to be, like a big block of color here and a big block of color down here in the background. I want to kind of blend things in a little bit. This is so fun. I'll probably put some more blue down here too, just to blend this yellow in a little bit. Looking pretty happy. So I don't know, I'm looking back at this and I don't know how much I like that color up there. So I'm probably going to go back over that with my blue, I think. Which it'll still be a little bit of a different color. I'm just thinking down here, you know, should I have a darker color or just leave that green that's there? Now there's my name that I signed and I really don't want to paint over it because it's kind of a pain. Signing my name, I don't have a real steady hand when it comes to using my little gold outliner. That's why all my lines look kind of crooked. But you know, I like the crooked look. Crazy, but I do. So we're just going down here a little. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna scoot back over to my light ultramarine blue. This is a fabulous color, very fabulous. Yeah, and I want to go over some of this a little bit. I'm blending it back again with the light ultramarine blue. So I'm not completely covering it up. I'm just putting it here and there. So it's kind of phasing into a lighter color. Or not a lighter color, but the yellow is phasing in as I add this blue over the top of the, while it's still wet. They blend a little better. I like that. I like it better than it was before. That greenish, olivey greenish background didn't do a whole lot for me. I thought it might be kind of nice because I was getting out of my comfort zone and maybe painting something somebody else might like as their own color, a different color palette. But, you know, I'm learning that I have to paint what I really like, not trying to paint what other people want, which would be good. But as an artist, you kind of got to do what makes you, what you're feeling, or it's not going to look that great. You have good intentions to try to please other people with your art, but those good intentions are going to fail if it's not what you are all about in your art. So I can only encourage you, if you're watching this, don't try to please other people with your art because you can't please everybody. And it's more important that you please yourself or it's not going to look that great, you know? It just isn't. Well, that's just my opinion. My opinion. I'm throwing around here. So this was pretty bright. That yellow, Naples yellow, looked a little bit, I mean, like it was a lot. It didn't look too cool all by itself. So I'm kind of liking putting a little bit of this light ultramarine blue over it. So I'm just bebopping around here. I'm not going to make too awful many changes in these florals because I like them. I like them a lot better when they have a different background. Now this little corner here, I'm just wondering, did I screw that up? I don't know. Let's see. I'm going to get my paper towel wet and I'm going to wash some of that off. We'll see how it looks. Wash. So that's cool. See, this piano was covered with a nice gloss varnish, so I can wipe over it easy, very easy with a wet paper towel. All right, so I'm going to do a little more in here. So these look like they're cut out. This is a kind of like a negative space painting in a way. It's just so much fun. I mean, a lot of the hard work is all done. So I'm just going in and it's like I'm editing it again. Okay, so I'm looking at it and as you can see, there's some flowers floating here because I painted over some of the stems. So that's not a big deal because I'm going to go back in now after I cover up my... It's a good idea to always keep your paints covered up because they dry up really fast. These acrylics do anyway. If you're using oil paints, that's not a problem. Okay, so I am going to wipe off my brush again. I'm just wiping it. I don't want to get it wet because once I get the... I really like this brush, and once I get it wet, it doesn't paint the same until it dries again, and I don't want to deal with that. Okay, so I'm wondering, should I do my green now or should I go back in? Yeah, I'm going to put a different color pink on these, and I'm anxiously awaiting to do it. Okay, this is light green blue shade. So I like painting out of these jars. It's just fun. I don't know, maybe it means I'm lazy. I like to paint out of these jars. So that is like a really bright green and it's strange looking, so I don't really care for it. I'm going to have to mix up some of my other green. That's not going to work. So we all know that. You see, I've got a little bit of sap green here. So I'm going to be lazy. And because while I'm filming, I don't have time to go get a palette. I'm just going to stick my brush in there. And okay. My cat is making an awful racket in here. All right, yeah. So it doesn't look so bad with the sap green over it. Yeah, let's make a few little bold marks there. Oh, this is nice. I have some of that light green still on my brush, so it's mixing with the sap green, and I like it. Let's see, I'm going to cover that up. I don't care for that there. We're just going to do some more bold moves. Yeah, I'm making some more leafy little pieces here. And put some more of this in the background. That looks pretty good. Okay, so I don't want to ruin it. A little stem over here. I'm not too crazy about how that looks. There, so I see something I need to fix right now. So I don't like this here. I'm going to have to, actually I'm going to rinse. I'm breaking my rule. I'm rinsing my brush, and I'm going to have to put a little bit more of that light ultramarine blue right there. So I'm going to cover that up. So these blue flowers don't really stick out that much, and I may put a different shade on them. I'm not sure. Okay, let's just cover up some of this here. There. I think that looks better. Yeah, okay, now I don't really like how this looks. So if you're anything like me, when you do a painting, you'll continuously nitpick it and make changes for quite a few days. I'll post a picture on social media that I finished and I think it's great, and then I look at it later in the day and I think, oh my gosh, so, what was I thinking? I need to change this or that. So that's probably going to happen with this one too. All right, I kind of like that. So I'm trying to think. I need to put another stem. Oh, my cat is just climbing all over the place here. Another stem right here. There. Where else do I need stems? I don't know. I don't want to have any floating flowers. Oh, there's a floater. Okay, I'm looking. Do I see any more floaters? Who knows? They might surface later. All right. I really like that. Let's put a little bit more dark green up there. Yeah. I can just push your brush down like that, and you get these cool little, it's just so loose, and a little bit of that blue show through there. All right. So I did rinse my brush again, and I'm going to cover up my green. Cover this up. And then I'm going to put a little bit of pink on those flowers. Now this is kind of strange. I don't know if I should have covered that up or not. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to get my brush back. Actually, I got another one. This is pretty big. Another round one. So let's put, this is a medium magenta in a big jar. Let's just add a little bit here and there, just to make this a little bit brighter. Doesn't have to be really bright. I'm trying to decide if this is, see, I probably overdid this one already. Oh, heaven help me, why do I do these things? It looks pretty good. You know, I think I'm about these blue flowers here. I'm going to think about them for a while because they're kind of like servants in the background. They are there. They're very important, even though they're not very bright. They're very important because they're supporters of this color, these colorful ones here. So I'm going to call them servant flowers. That's what they are. And their role in this painting is no less important than the role of these beautiful ones here, because without those, these are not going to look so pretty. And so we're just going to leave the servant flowers alone for now. I may change my mind. And I'm thinking these orange ones are also going to be servant flowers. That's a new term I came up with, servant flowers. They're very needed and very important. Everything in my art, I reflect on my life. That is just such a wonderful thing about it, you know. So I'm thinking this pretty little piece might be done. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna put a cover back on, and I should come on camera. My hair is wet. I just washed it this morning, so I feel really yucky looking, but I probably should come on anyway. Who cares, right? Who cares? All right. So thanks for joining me if you did, and I hope you liked this little do-over that I did. And what I like is, look, the glare isn't so great here. Let me see if I can turn this. Well, I'm not going to turn the light off, but I have the sides all painted too. So this is a really sweet painting, and I think it would look nice in anybody's home, and I like it so much better. So if you join me today, me and my crazy cat, he didn't make an appearance. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful day. It's kind of stormy here in Maine. Yeah, and you know, when I get my hair dried, I'm going to look a lot better. I would have looked more camera ready. Hug. All right. Okay, have a good day, and thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.